Hello everyone, Jaxson here. So, I know what you're gonna say. Why am I not doing the whole happy-go-lucky type of intro? Well, I want to be a little bit honest with everyone. Okay, sorry for just a quick second. You see, this is the third time I've recorded this. And here's the thing. I want to make this perfect. I want to make it the best that I can make it. Do or do not. There is no try. And I want to be a little bit serious with everyone. Can I please be serious? This, my channel, has grown a little bit. And well, I want to do a little bit of talking about something. Sorry, gonna have to quickly get something. So please just give me a second. Sorry. So, I just want to be honest with everyone. I want to be a person that is funny, a person that makes people laugh. But I'm now going to turn a little bit to my analytical side. They call me the analyst. I overanalyze everything, including your childhood. I hope I don't get anyone angry. And basically, I want to show people different sides of a coin. For example, say, here's the thing. I don't think Starlight Glimmer's a bad character. People think that she's a bad character. I want to show people different sides of a coin. I want to show people why people might like the Beauty and the Beast reboot or anything like that. And I want to show my true colors in a way. True colors. Okay. So, let me tell you a little bit about the... Help me out here. The subject for today. Oh, my head wasn't working. Okay. So, Josh Scorcher is one of my favorite YouTubers. I watch all of his videos. I love his videos. And I just have so much ideas on how to make them better or how to improve them. And here's the thing. And this is actually the topic for today. The Injustice series. Okay, I'm not gonna say this counts because in a way it really doesn't count. I've only played the mobile version of it, and it feels like that doesn't count because you only get the whole fighting simulator thing, and you don't get all the fun when it comes to playing it on an Xbox or PS4, if you will. And I love the story. I love the interactions that they have because they're funny. They really are. But we're going to talk a little bit about the finishers and Corporal Burner's top 29 Injustice 2 finishers. I have a list right here to basically show people a little bit of how they can improve on it. And also I have how much times Corporal Burner rants about the Wonder Woman final move. Answer, it's 3 times. So, let's get on with this. Let me turn this down just a little bit.
And possibly every video for the past 5 years has been made possible by Dragonclaw Computers. Any design, any budget, made just for you. Visit dragonclawcomputers.org and mention Josh Scorcher at checkout and receive a free autographed PNY flash drive.
Okay, it's working. Before we fully start the video, I'm using a new recording software. And here's the thing. I really hope this works. I don't know why, but OBS doesn't like me. It's like when electronics aren't a fan of someone and then it just doesn't work. So yeah. But before we fully get into it, let's just appreciate this intro. I can think of Jonathan Young doing like a metal cover for this, and I think he'll be happy. I haven't gotten permission to use Zane's, Mr. Russell's, art, so I'm going to just do a little bit of skipping at the end when it comes to his art, because I just don't want his art to appear without his permission. So, yeah. When in flame.
So, Injustice 2. Played a little bit, it's great, story's good, looks really pretty, has a lot of depth, but at the end of the day, it's a fighting game, and getting good at those are like studying for exams. For a game.
Now, when I talked about this my last time I recorded, I talked a little bit about how basically... Why can't I remember this right now? Basically... Are you, say, also studying for how to make a game? Because I did a little bit of a video game class of how to basically make, like, a profile. And... let's just say that was good. It was a really good class. Didn't like most of the people in there. But still, let's get on.
The Injustice series has had some pretty interesting and flashy special moves for each character. I believe we all know how I felt about the Flash one.
You loved the Flash finisher. You had another person to help you with the science of it. You said in the end, before the explosion happened, that, quote, DC Logic wasn't good. And yeah, you just said it wasn't a really good finisher. You said it was a really good finisher, but it just didn't make sense in a scientific standpoint.
Injustice 2 super moves have given me a lot to talk about, and here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna talk briefly about each one from worst to best. I'm ranking them on how creatively they utilize the potential of the character and how flashy it is. Let us begin.
Yeah, because that's the one big thing I want to talk about for finishers. They are basically showing what they're made of. They show their true potential. And let me see, yeah, most of them actually don't show their true potential in a way. And here comes the one that he rents about 3 times. Let's get started.
That's it? This is Wonder Woman! One of the big 3! And that's all you're giving her? She has so much more potential beyond what was showcased here. She can move half the speed of light!
I actually want to quickly look that up. What is half the speed of light? How fast is that? That is extremely fast. Sorry, I just have a lot to talk about for this one.
Some of those godly powers? Ugh. I want to be so angry, except characters on this list who have less versatility than Wonder Woman are still more impressive. Ugh. I'll just go watch that movie again.
The movie was really good. I thought it was amazing. And let me see. And I have an idea on how to talk about for this finisher. For this finisher, since she's the princess of the Amazons, it would make sense that she'll be able to, say, control an army. Or we can go with Batman's finisher, where she uses her lasso and truth and throws them up in the sky. She gets her invisible jet and blasts them. Or we can go with the Wonder Woman route and basically make it so... Why am I just not thinking right now? And basically make it so where she still brings out an army of Amazons. I said Amazonians for both the first and second recording, and I don't know where the term Amazonians came from. So I'm basically thinking she summons an army, and then at the end, for the final finisher, she uses her gauntlets and then does the explosion, like in both Wonder Woman and Batman vs. Superman. By the way, I didn't think Batman and Superman was that bad of a movie. I really didn't. I just don't see why people disliked it. Let's get on with it.
That was awesome.
Oh, and the second thing in my second recording, I talked a little bit about how basically, oh, why can't I think of it now? Basically, I thought of, what about Corporate Burner does a little bit of, help me out here, a little bit of a DC roundtable review. So basically, all the DC movies that has happened so far, like the mainstream ones, like Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, they can do it. They can do it just like that. And that would be interesting if you think about it, because, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, you can just have so much potential for that. You can talk about the good of it, the bad of it, and how you could have fixed it. I'm sorry, but I'm also trying to look for a certain someone, because I'm thinking for like a Justice League team so far. I'm thinking Amora, Fiery Secretary. I didn't know how to fully say her name. Basically, be Wonder Woman. Corporate Burner is Superman. Ingro's a Supergirl. I'm thinking Voice of Reason be the Flash. I'm also basing this off a little bit of the roundtable reviews they did for the shows, because there's so much potential for just like a roundtable review, if you will, of just talking about DC movies and how they're good, how they're bad, and how they can be fixed. I'm just going on a big rant. I'm sorry, everyone, but I just have a lot to talk about, and I want to make this the best I can. Because if Corporate Burner does see this, I really want to show him how much he's made an impact. And also, Fiery Herma Secretary, I really do hope you get better. I hope that you have a fun time with Corporal. I hope that both you have fun at Equestria LA. And I'm sorry, I'm just talking so much. But still, I hope you get better. I hope your day goes better. And I hope this reaction video gives you a bit of a laugh or two.
Okay, I'll be fair. I understand there's not much to work with when it comes to Black Canary, but as I said with Wonder Woman, that doesn't excuse it, because there's people on here who have less to work with and still did something awesome with it. I'm sure there's more you can do with this. Yeah, the scream is cool, but that's only half of who she is. She's a martial artist as well. Let's see that implemented too.
Now, I was thinking for Black Canary, this was a hard one. This was actually my second hardest. Oh, help me out here. Number 25 was the hardest. So if you go to number 25, you'll see a little bit of why it's hard. But as I was saying, for Black Canary, I was thinking she can use a little bit of her martial arts first, and then bring out a canary-like scream. Her scream is so powerful that it actually made Superman's ears bleed. Superman, of all people. And I guess you can say this finisher will make people get into a screeching halt. I love the jokes I used for the last recording. Sad I can't remember most of them. Okay. Sorry? Just need to quickly. So, how much batterings was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 batterings. Like 6 small explosions. Okay. Let's watch.
Oh, Damien, you glorious twerp that we love to hate. Oh yes, putting him this low is so cathartic. I will say this super move is only marginally better than Black Canary's. That's only because of the little explosion at the end and the admittedly cool pose.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be fully honest with everyone. Why is Damian Wayne a bad character? I don't see him as that bad of a character. Seriously. I think at times, yes, he can be annoying, but that doesn't mean you don't have to dislike him. He's a good character, and here's the thing. This is Damian Wayne we're talking about. Only things he did was just slice, nice, and exploded it. And exploded the character. This is the son of Batman and the son of Talia al Ghul. Talia al Ghul, the leader of the League of Assassins. So what I'm thinking is, we can have Damian use more moves that he's learned from there, and it'll be cool to show a little bit of what he learned. But still, he can use the sword and the explosions like a end of it. Sorry. See, finishers for me are something that shows them their true potential. And it feels like for 29 through 21, they don't show their true potential. They don't show what makes them that hero. Or villain. It really depends, because, yeah. Let's go on.
The rest is just unimpressive swordplay. Seriously, we all hate Damian, right?
This is why Superman works alone.
Nice Batman and Robin reference. But I just don't see why Damian's that bad of a person. Could someone please just help me see why he's a bad character? Just, please, let's get on.
This is your fate.
Okay, it might be that I just don't know that much about the character, but I just can't get excited when his enemy is simply telekinetically grabbed.
He's appeared in Smallville, Batman Brave and the Bold, and I think a couple other Justice League movies, but I can't fully remember. He has the ability of seeing everyone's fate except himself. He's the Doctor Strange of the DC universe with a different story. Is there anything else? And basically, what I was thinking for this one is that we can have Dr. Fate teleport the hero through either the Tower of Fate, so we can see Easter eggs regarding Dr. Fate, Justice League Dark, and maybe even at the end, we see the character's fate. So in a way, they could foreshadow how a character will die in Injustice, say, 3, if you will, just in case. If, say, they'll want to make a Justice 3. It's just a little bit of an idea, because showing the fate, that would be interesting. But yeah, he was in Batman Brave and the Bold. He was in Smallville. And yeah, that's all he's been in. That I know of. I don't want to fully say that he's been in only those two things.
Been shot with a few energy balls. Doesn't really have any punch. Also, having someone being teleported inside you, I think that's a little weird.
Weird as in you're being teleported inside someone like Soul or someone's, say, like mind? Because I've heard of mind games, but that's just insane. Now that was a new one. That was actually a new one. Oh, 25.
Okay, maybe I'm spoiled, but I've seen...
You're a little bit spoiled, Corporal, I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing. This one was the hardest for me. This one was hard. I was trying to... No, wait. I was doing my best. Not trying. I was doing my best to look for an idea for Firestorm, because he has the ability of molecular manipulation. He can basically change anything to a different sort of thing. He can change something so indestructible into a thing of jelly beans. Now that's a Legends reference. Wait right now. We're not. Today is Friday. Sorry, everyone. Just a little thing. So basically, what I'm thinking is we can have him literally change the roof of it to sort of like a literal firestorm, so that it just fire comes falling down, and that would just show one of his biggest abilities that most people know of. But let's quickly finish this so I can talk more.
So much more creativity from Pyrokinetics. Your name is Firestorm. Why not do something along those lines? This is supposed to be more than just fire. It's utilizing fusion. The TV show had more impressive stuff, and that's not even their maximum potential. Also, maybe it's the sound design, but the attacks here really don't have a lot of impact to them. Let's just move on.
Oh, for some reason... sorry, everyone. Okay, as I was saying... Basically, just use a little bit of molecular manipulation, and that's how you can change it. But also, if anyone has heard the news, sadly, Victor Garber is going to be leaving Legends, one half of the Firestorm. And I know in the recent episode that they're doing their best to, help me out here, to make it so basically Jaxson's the only one that can turn into Firestorm without Martin. It's still interesting that they're so close. They really were. But they just missed it, just by a long shot. Let's get on. Let's get on.
Similar feelings to the previous entry, but I put this one higher because the sound design is much better, making the attacks feel like they have more punch. I didn't know much about the character until this game, but now I'm definitely interested, especially considering his windy banter.
Okay, I'm gonna fully say my thoughts on this finisher, but first, shots fired.
It's the man, not the machine.
Got you beat there, too.
Yeah, just a little bit of shots fired. So, I actually have no words. This was a really good finisher. And let me see, he's appeared in a list of things. He's appeared in Smallville, he's appeared in Batman Brave and the Bold. Wow, Batman Brave and the Bold and Smallville's in here. And he's appeared in Young Justice, the footage that I used for this video. Basically, he has in the back of, well, his back, he has this scarab that he then has the ability of using the scarab to make some sort of like an armor. And as you see here, help me out here, and as you see here, he uses the scarab to use any sort of weapon that he needs to use for the fight. And I don't know, I haven't looked into the story for Injustice 2. Excuse me. But what I'm thinking is, basically, I think he's sort of like the Spider-Man in the whole Civil War thing. basically we still have two sides, Batman versus Superman, Batman's team versus Superman's team, and I think he's in sort of like the Superman team, Superman being sort of like the Tony Stark of it. I don't fully understand the Injustice 2 story, so if anyone can please help me understand it, then that would be amazing. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give this a green thumb, but in all seriousness, this was a good finisher, but I was thinking you can have another plant fight over it, or even like a third one. And think about that. Corporate Burner, I know you're a big fan of Greek mythology. I know you're a big fan of Disney, so I know one of your favorite movies is in fact Hercules. So, you could have, if there was a third one, if there was sort of like three of them, you could have made sort of like a, help me out here, Hercules reference with the Cerberus, just basically saying, with basically having it so it's like, munch, my food, my food, my food, my food, our food. But still, just a funny finisher. I'm gonna give it a green thumb on this.
Okay, the giant plant is certainly terrifying, but I don't know, I feel like the attack is missing something. It feels kind of empty. Like something else should have happened before or after the giant plant. It feels like a skeleton of a good move.
Well, I think we need to go to the root of this problem. Still, if you have three of them fight over one character, that would be not only funny, but that would be insane. I know it's hard for... Help me out here. I know it's hard for developers to work on such a hard game, and then you have to change a little bit about a finisher. But still, that would just be an interesting idea if you think about it. Still, just a bit of an interesting idea. Let's go on. Let's go on with this.
Okay, I love the Scarecrow's design in this game. And yeah, this attack starts off pretty cool.
I will actually agree that this is actually one of the best designs I've ever seen for Scarecrow. It shows the full name of it. Scarecrow. Something that is supposed to be terrifying. But sadly, the second part of it was a bit... I don't want to say lackluster, but I think that might be the wording for it, because he just slams the player on the ground and then just slams them for one more. But what I was thinking for this is have Scarecrow use fear toxins to show the fear of the hero. For example, Superman with the death of Lois and his unborn child, or Batman with basically his fear of his parents. Because in the Arkham games, which I personally haven't played, so please don't hurt me about that, which basically, you can just see a little bit of everyone's fear. And I know everyone has a different fear, and I know it's hard to have just more than one fear coded, but still, that's just a bit of an idea that they can do. I can't think of any good jokes.
But then Scarecrow just boringly wails on his foe. He's supposed to be the master of fear. Why is he being a dumb brute about it? Well, yeah, showcasing that's a bit difficult, as different people are afraid of different things, but it'd be great to see something a little more subtle. Subtle from DC, that's a laugh.
It's so subtle how dark and edgy I am, guys. I don't get this joke. is the joke that basically DC is at times dark and brooding, like Batman. They are doing their best to keep it to go a little bit lighter, but still just a little thing. Oh, okay. I knew one person actually does agree with me. I don't remember your name, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is a weak finisher. This is Gorilla Grodd we're talking about. It only showcases a little bit of who he is with the whole mind control thing and the telepathy. But here's the thing. He has an army in the story. He has an army of gorillas. So basically, you can make it so you utilize a little bit and that show, and just in season 3 of The Flash, he had an army of gorillas which attacked Central City. In Injustice 2, he has an army of gorillas to attack Earth or parts of Earth. And just why not utilize that power? Have it so he keeps the player in one spot and then uses his army of gorillas and then punches the player after all of that. Then he and or she will fully feel the pain of Gorilla Grodd. It's not one to go bananas about, but it's... I can't think of any other good jokes.
Not much to say here. The first beatdown isn't impressive, but I like the little psychic attack at the end. Could have used a little more of that. It's pretty simple. Right now I'm just trying to drag that thing out, so I feel like I'm not wasting all your time, but I don't know.
You're not wasting anyone's time, Corporal. You're, in a way, people's breaks when, say, they're just, oh, I finally got a break. Okay, time to watch a little bit of Corporal Burner. Munch, 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 munch on the imaginary popcorn. But still, for me, this was just the weakest one. Even weaker than Wonder Woman. That's right, it's weaker than Wonder Woman. It shows a little bit of Wonder Woman's abilities, but for Gorilla Grodd, it only shows one thing about him, just his mind control abilities.
I don't know where I was going with this. Next!
Just a little bit of wasted potential for me. Just so much wasted potential.
Okay, nice reference to Apocalypse where Cyborg got the technology, pretty creative. However, the parademons don't do much, and the laser attack at the end doesn't have a lot of kick to it. Probably that darn sound design again. Gosh, my complaints are starting to get repetitive.
That is a little bit true, but let me tell you something about finishers. Now, what makes a good finisher? I'm going to be honest with you. For me, it's either the look of it or the sound of it. By having a good sound for it, like good sound effects, you make it so you feel the character's pain. You feel what they're going through in both sides. So, it really depends on the sound of it. Because you're not going repetitive, Corporal. You really aren't. It's just a little thing because even the slightest sound can really make a finisher. But that's just my thoughts.
Okay, I like Green Arrow as a character, but in terms of making his super moves flashy on the same level of someone like Superman or The Flash, not much to work with there. However, you can tell they really tried their darndest to make this cool, and they did pretty well. Good job, designers. You get a cookie.
Okay. Good news is I'm upstairs, so that means no food upstairs. But this was a really good finisher. I actually have no words for this one. It's not one to quiver by, but it's a good thing no one took an arrow to the knee. So yeah. Oh, and let me see. 19, 18, and 16 I have no words for, but I will want to do my best to talk a little bit about them.
Hi, Vega!
I'm gonna take you guys and say Vega from Street Fighter? Because I don't know who Vega is. Don't know most fighting games. But as I was saying, that one was a really good finisher. It utilizes Cheetah's speed, strength, her claws, and the back breaking that is literally breaking the opponent's back. Unlike a certain hero that didn't broke the hero's back here. Let me see, wow, I actually don't have it here, so I'm just gonna have to wait to talk about it. So, no, it's...
Give this one points. The way the mothership enters, it's imposing, and the music is awesome as well. Very good cinematography here. What drags it down for me is it's being held by wires to be hit with just a giant laser from space. Kind of lame on repeated viewings.
So I was thinking for this one is basically have it so Brainiac just holds them down. I've looked up research for most of these finishers, and Brainiac in some of them said that he's a telepath. So, basically hold the hero down, and that will show him how powerful he is, because here's the thing. Brainiac is, in a way, the big villain for Injustice 1 and 2. It's basically whoever stops Brainiac, something big and great will happen to them. For example, let me see. I'm trying to remember. I don't want to count DLC ones because I don't know if that will fully count. But still, Brainiac is supposed to be the big villain for the arcade mode. So why not just hold the character down? Just have him in a look or use the wires that he has to hold down the hero and then use the big laser. Just a small thought, just, you know, just one thing I want to talk about.
Together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all! That is your fate!
Okay, this one starts a little bit slow. For an avatar of rage, it seems a bit underwhelming. However, it scores a lot of points for the end. Puking boiling blood onto a guy, that's just creepy and brutal.
I would want to talk a little bit about this one, but I'm actually going to save that for... where is that? Oh, 14 is Bane. Okay, 14 is Bane. So what I was thinking is, basically, I want to talk about this finisher when I go to 13 Green Lanterns, because in a way I want them to be in a way same, but in a way different. So let's carry on.
Okay, I was entertained by that, not gonna lie. However, While this was cool, this is Superman we're talking about here. Arguably the strongest character in the lineup. It doesn't showcase much of his potential. And this direct lifting of the angles from Man of Steel is starting.
Why I don't get the whole Death Battle reference? 2, I actually agree with you 100% here. You see, Superman is a really amazing, powerful, and iconic hero. People that... help me out here. People look up to Superman. Not only as a hero, but also as a person. So what I was thinking is, we give him the biggest explosion that everyone has seen. This will be like the final attack in Cobra Burner's intro card, if you will. This will be the one to destroy them all. And basically, we give him the solar flare. The solar flare, if you don't know, is one of Superman's powerful moves. This basically makes it so he explodes with all of the sun energy that he's been building up and then brings it into one full explosion. The drawback? He then turns into like a more human, if you will, or mortal, and basically becomes defenseless. So when he does the explosion, that'll be the time to strike. Just a small idea for any sort of villain that wants to destroy Superman, if you will.
Starting to get old. So, here's a good example of what I've been talking about for the longest time. What is Bane? He's a brawler. He hits things really.
And he breaks backs like a Nidoking breaks a phone wire, which is like a toothpick. But I was thinking for this one is either in the start of it or in the end of it, you basically have Bane break the hero's back, like he did with Batman. Just break the back, throw the character, and then do all of that. That would just be like salt in the wound. But still, just a little bit of an idea I had.
Really hard. Not much you can do? Aha! Guess again. They give us this gloriously silly and implausible beatdown. Take notes, Wonder Woman, Master of War in hand-to-hand combat!
There's a second time, or third time, now since Spite.
Okay, this one actually made me laugh. Well, I'm pretty sure there's more you can do with a Green Lantern construct. You are only limited by your imagination, after all.
And that's the one thing I want to talk about. So, Green Lantern, I wanted to make for the same as Atrocious. But I was thinking for Hal, he can do the same thing, but summon Ion, one of the entities of the emotional spectrum. I know Kyle Rayner, another person that donned the Green Lantern name, had Ion, but why not use Ion in this situation? Basically make it so you have so much willpower that you have as much as John Stewart, one of the premier skins for Injustice. And have Hal summon... Okay, I don't know if it's either Star... Yeah, it's Star City. Star City, like the full entire city, and then just make it crush the player. Okay, that will be terrifying. So you just gotta admit it. That would be a really good finisher. But still, just a little bit of an idea on how to improve on all of these.
It still got a chuckle out of me, so that's definitely a success.
Okay, it's time to make Silver proud. It's time for the obligatory Frozen reference. Bop, 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 let it go, let it go. They can't hold him back anymore. Let him go, let him go. That perfect villain, he's gone. Here he stands in the light of day. He lets the storm rage on. The comments never bothered me anyway. Hey. But in all seriousness, this was just a funny one to do. If I did had an idea on how to change it, Captain Gold in the New 52, when it first started, had the ability of literally ice powers without a cold gun. So in a way, it was like Elsa. So that joke actually goes well with it. But still, just a little bit of an idea if you think about it. Just utilizing the metahuman abilities that he had. But this was actually... I made the 2 videos before I heard the news about Wentworth Miller. I'm going to be sad that he's going to be leaving the Arrowverse forever, but here's the thing. He was the best Snart that they can ever choose. He was crafty. He always thought of the best plans. Even if they didn't work, he just let that freeze over. No pun intended. But still, I'm gonna miss him. He's just a really good actor, and if I had to choose between getting protected by Snart or Rory, I would choose Snart any day. Reminds me of a dream I once had. But let's get on with this.
Whoa. All he has is that dumb cold gun, and we're giving him this epicness? Okay, wow, this really makes the lower end of the spectrum look worse and worse. Look, I'm sorry, I have really petty hangups. I think this is the last one.
But still, just like you said, for the Bane one, it utilizes the character's ability. It utilizes Captain Cold's ability of using his ice gun the best way he can use it. I don't know how the whole ice comes down, but still, it utilizes an amazing ability. So yeah.
Oh, look! Another...
Okay, so here's the catch about this super. It was a good super, don't get me wrong. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a catastrophe. It was just that I give it about 8 lives out of 10. It was good. But yeah, it's really hard to try utilizing a character that doesn't have super abilities.
Another surprisingly brutal and flashy finisher, utilizing as much as the character as they could while not having much to work with. Gosh, I need to get over myself.
What did I say my last one? Because I'm just trying to remember. But basically, it's really good at their utilizing heroes with no super abilities. And it just shows a little bit of how much they can go when it comes to finishers. Also, I'm really tired.
Okay, I don't know what it is, but the timing of some of those hits made me laugh. Also, the backbreaker part of the attack made me wince. Was it the cinematography? The sound design? I don't really know, other than I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I would do the jokes from the from the Poison Ivy one, but it will be too thorny right now. It would just poke me the wrong way, or prick me the wrong way. But still, this was a really good one. It utilizes Swamp Thing's ability of using the environment, and just that back break. I have no words. Three. I have no words, but this is just the funniest finisher I've ever seen. This utilizes Deadshot so well, and not having seen Suicide Squad, I really want to see it. It looks like a good villain movie. Oh, but what's what I'm looking for? It's like a dance. It's basically doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like a waltz if you think about it. But Corporal Runner has a question for Deadshot soon.
Yeah, Deadshot combines humor and surprising brutality. I laughed and cringed at this one. Never knew the guy had so much grace.
Here's the
perfect
question.
Timing. Guy could probably tear up the dance floor, know what I'm saying?
You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh, that was amazing. Oh, that was glorious. That was so amazing. I'm sorry. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Now I'm going to say a couple things. One, the only looking a little bit, that is terrifying. Two, oh, what's two again? Two, do you think you ever use that to, help me out here, to use a little bit of a connect the dots? That's what it was. I cannot think right now for some reason. And third, there's actually an ability that could work for there. So I was thinking, after the whole getting hit around, he grabs him, pulls him through the portal, and then he says, "Welcome to the Mega Sanction," where he traps an organism in a series of alternative realities, each more terrifying than the rest. And this will just leave it to the mind of the player. So when you hear that thing, and then when he fully gets out, all of that will be up to you. It reminds me of another finisher that Corporal Runner actually talked about in one of his older videos. I just can't remember what it's called. Just please someone help me with a little bit of what it's called. I can't remember the finisher off the top of my head.
Submit.
Tilt!
Okay, I think the hand grab at the end is a little too goofy for someone like Darkseid, but whatever. What lands this thing so high is Darkseid's nonchalant attitude as he fires the mother of all
Laser!
Wait. Gertrude! It's Gertrude! Anyone remember Gertrude from Legends? I remember Gertrude. Do you think that was actually Gertrude in Season 3 opener? But still, I love Gertrude. Just look at Gertrude, just munching on some food. But still, this was a really good finisher. Wait. I haven't finished the whole thing yet.
Okay, while I don't think this is as good as the previous Flash Super, gosh darn it, it is 10 times as funny. Taking your opponent through time and smashing them against the Sphinx, a friggin' T-Rex, and then themselves. How do you not laugh at that? or cause the universe to implode from the paradox. What?
Yeah, so... help me out here. I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Whatever. Run faster, Barry!
You, buddy!
And here's just one little thing before you fully finish the video. That's just my only nitpick I have with Corporator's videos, that at times he swears a little bit. But here's the thing. Everyone has a choice. It's through those choices that we have a different life, if you will. And everyone's entitled to their own choices. So, Corporator, I cannot remember what I was going to say next. But still, everyone is entitled to their own choices. So say you want someone to stop swearing, it's their choice. But still, does a little bit of the swearing make this bad video? It really doesn't. It bothers me a little bit, but still. Let's fully get on with this because we're at about... yeah, we're at number 6 now. Just about 6 more left. Now, I'm gonna be honest with everyone here. Shouldn't he die after saying Shazam? He was given the power back during the time of the Egyptians, and he's kept having that power on ever since. In Batman Brave and the Bold, man, I'm making a lot of references to Batman Brave and the Bold. Basically, after when he said Shazam, he then just turned into dust. It's just a little thing because it goes back to Corporator's final, help me out here, final, like the end card, if you will. It just brings that whole thing into a little bit of consideration. So yeah.
Hitting him to Egypt? That's okay, I go. Holy crap, that explosion! I don't know what it is, but that explosion looked really cool. It looks like they put a lot of effort into it. What? I'm not biased or anything. It's not like I like explosions. That I pretty much base my entire character around that. Nope. Not that. Not that at all.
He's the fiery Joker, after all. It's in the name. Explosions are one of his things. He loves explosions so much is that when he sees one, he gets a thing of popcorn out. Just like, munch, munch. I don't know what he really does when he sees an explosion. But still, this was a good finisher, but just bothered me a little bit that the whole Black Adam not dying thing. I'm actually really excited for Black Adam in Suicide Squad 2. I think that's when he's going to first appear. But still, I think they found a good actor for him, and I just don't know how they're going to incorporate him in the story. I'm cold. No, wait.
Okay, maybe I'm biased, because in the story, Superman is being a total prick and Batman's being less of a prick, but okay, that is a really cool image with the Batwing against the moon.
It's sort of like having the bat signal on the moon in a way, just basically having it so everyone could see just the finisher. That is amazing. I don't know if anyone dislikes this one, but I love it. It's so amazing. It's so glorious.
They put a lot into this, and it serves as a casual reminder of how exactly Batman is able to keep up with all of these other DC characters.
Now, you gotta extract him.
I actually don't get that reference. You gotta extract him. Oh wait, there's actually something I want to look up here. Okay. Quickly before Corporina goes on to a full rant, because I really thought there was going to be more pizzazz, if you will. And there was pizzazz, don't get me wrong, in the form of small explosions, but still, why not have more explosions? Just make it as crazy as you can. Let me see, give me a second. Yeah, I actually don't have an idea on how to fix this. And now we go to the full rant. Give it a second.
Okay, getting this out there. The Emo Peter haircut is stupid. This Joker looks stupid. I mean, it's not Jared Leto, but...
Okay. I've heard reviews of Suicide Squad. Still really want to see that movie. And basically, Jared Leto was a really good Joker. People wanted to see more Joker in it. Question is, how is he a bad Joker? How is this a Joker bad? Oh, that scared me. I know that a little bit hot could just be a little bit, not intimidating for some people, but just, how is he a bad Joker? Could someone please help me just a little bit of thinking, how is he a bad Joker? Because, personally, I don't think they're a bad Joker. The Suicide Squad utilizes a little bit of social. He's more social than any other Joker. Actually, Caesar Romero? Because I remember watching a film theory of what the Jared Leto Joker is based off of. Is it based off of the Golden Age, the Bronze Age, the Silver Age? I don't remember. But how is this one bad?
It's up there. What with the bloody ha on his chest and the buttonhole on the shoe? It's just weird. Can't really take the guy seriously. I swear, I'm not making a joke there. Gosh, not making jokes is hard. Oh yeah, the finisher itself is delightfully creepy. Next.
Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. I remember saying in the first, either the first or second recording, that I talked a little bit about the joke that, that the thing that was carrying Grodd was, Megalodon, but I don't remember what it fully was.
That was brutal! The Injustice games really do Aquaman justice, no pun intended. Oh my gosh. Anyways, from the water, Mosasaurus, and the lightning...
And it was actually Mosasaurus, I just didn't know which one it was.
That's some sort of horse, and you're pretty much fighting Poseidon.
You challenge me.
And nice little God of War reference. It's... just these references actually work so well for some reason. I think they just are timed well.
A god of Olympus.
Okay, here we go. And... so I was thinking this one is actually funny and interesting. Now, in one part of the comics, Harley saw a small little dog being dragged by the owner. Being enraged, she took the person by... help me out here. Took the person by... help me out here. She rode her Harley. And basically made sure that he felt the dog's pain. And that is just funny and just strange at the same time. And just have it so the character's thinking, oh, no one of these hyenas gonna stop running. Oh, that would just be insane. I have no words.
Ugh, this one was downright creepy. From the several angles showing the savage hyena attacks from the cartoon to Harley knocking you the fuck out, the cinematography alone sells this one.
Yeah, I think that's another one I forgot to talk about. Just the cinematography of it. Just making it so that the scenes work really well for a finisher. So I think that's the 3 rules when it comes to making a finisher. Looks, sound, and if it stays true to the character. But here we go. Number 1.
Holy crap. From beginning to end, it's a non-stop barrage of excitement and punch. She's really putting her all into this, which really puts Superman to shame. Yeah, Supergirl's getting some really great treatment lately. She's got a good team.
And I'm just going to reevaluate the whole DC Roundtable review thing. Basically, have it so that, in a way that it's the same with Corporal Burner being the host, but have it so there's different people. So, say, Corporal Burner and his secretary for, say, like a Wonder Woman review, Corporal Burner and Incros for, like, a Supergirl review, and I'm just trying to figure out other people that he can put into the whole mixed, maybe his editors, like Zane or Alex or DC Matrix, I don't fully know. But just a little bit of an idea I thought of.
Show, very good role in Justice 2 story, in my opinion, best super move of the whole game. I'm the Fiery Joker, and Marvel's better.
Now, before I fully go, help me out here, I want to... Give me a second. Give me a second. And I have a bit of an idea where you just have, say, your editors just either just show them how it's like making one of your videos, because in a way, editors are the unsung heroes. They deserve more love. Don't get me wrong, they deserve a little bit more love when it comes to making videos, because what makes a good video? The editor. Without the editor, well, how are you going to make a video then? You could learn how to become an editor, but still, you might have life to go to and anything else. So yeah, in a way, these editors are in a way the unsung heroes in Corporal Burner's videos. And I know he has a lot more, but still. I still have to say, this was a really good video. I didn't get bored during it, I had a lot to say during it, and it was still a really good video. One of his best. Let's just say there's actually going to be one video that I'm not going to be agreeing on. And that's just one small question. Corporal Burner, if you're watching this, I have one small question. How is Spy Carrier Service a bad episode? I've only watched it once, but how? How is it a bad episode? Give me a second. Hands are cold. But still, what's your thoughts on this video? What finishers do you think could have been changed a little bit more to go well with the character? Put down in the comments section below. I'm the analyst. And well, I hope this helps a little bit. I'll see you later.